There we go. One segmento. Technical difficulties. Camera just shut off. Using my phone, then we shut it off. Unbelievable. If it ain't something, it's something else, you know? There we go. How we doing? Get gloved up here. Well, that one ripped. Let's try this again. There we go. Hello. Let's see how long I can paint for tonight. Take some hash rips here in a little bit. Welcome. Let me check my chicken noodle soup can here. Pick a brush. This is the one. Just look up the colors for this here. Zubat. Blue, purple, blue, purple. Let me grab my liquid white. How's the music? Hell yeah, bro. Right. Sometimes I forget to do the outline. Let's get it. Mr. Silly Bat. How's the music? Too loud? Hell yeah, slide them through. I'm happy for whatever though, you know. Appreciate it, man. How's the music? Too loud? Too quiet? I'll have to like put my Instagram in the chat or something. I should have put it in the description, but I forgot. I wonder if I can add it to it. I can, yeah. There we go. Mr. Silly. Slide them on through. I'm happy with you guys just being here. Usually just me painting in front of this camera. I got to wait 23 minutes until I can start recording with the big camera because I forgot to transfer it's like 800 gigabytes that I've recorded so far of this. I got to transfer it to my external hard drive, and I only got one terabyte SD card that works with this 4K camcorder, and I should have done that last night, but whatever. It'll just miss a little bit. Sometimes footage gets corrupted anyways, and I lose a chunk of the painting, but it's all right. You can't really tell when I time lapse it. The live stream is cool though, because then everyone can see how long this crap takes. It's not crap, but you know what I mean. Stuff. These little small ones are getting harder to do, and look how tiny these guys are. I'm gonna have to trim this brush a little bit. Absolutely unbelievable how small some of these details are for what everyone thinks is a simple Pokemon painting, you know, but it's far from simple, my friends. Mr. Peanut. How do I do that? How do I pin it? Or make him a moderator and he can pin it. Okay. Let's see. How do I make him a moderator? I click on him. Add as moderator. There we go. Oh, very nice, very nice. Some positive, inspirational, synthetic music. I'm pretty sure that's my Instagram. You got me on Instagram, Tyler, is that right? I'm using my phone to stream. Because my other phone, I got this backup phone. It worked good the last couple times, but the camera's kind of broke the glass and there's like a black spot on it now. So I'm just kind of using this one to look at the colors. Whatever. Keep on keeping on, you know, Joe Dirt. We go right through the obstacles in our way. Yeah, I showed this painting to the couple people at the painting class on Saturday. And the one lady was like, "Oh, that's all right. You can fix it." I don't think she understood that that's how the face is supposed to look, with two dots in a line. It's all right. They're very nice. She gave me a $10 tip. She stuck it in my back pocket like I was a male stripper or something. I let her do it. Whatever. She said, "I never get to have any fun." I said, go for it. Do your thing. I thought she was just grabbing my butt, but I was like, "Oh, you could put some money in there." And she's like, "I did." I was like, "Oh, now I get it. Duh." You can just grab my butt too, I guess. That's fine. Don't bother me none. There it is. Yeah, I clicked on it and it goes to my Instagram. And then I pin his comment. Oh, it won't let me pin his, but I pinned mine. Oh, right. Let me copy his because it's got the link. Let me see. Oh, replaced pinned message. There we go. There we go. Hey! Thank you, Tyler. Much appreciated. This is what we're doing for the painting class on Wednesday. Good old sunflowers in a window. Keeps me from having to come up with a new painting idea. She said, just go ahead and use one I've already used. Perfect. Not there. Music just stopped randomly. Okay. All right. Heck yeah. I can't wait for the painting either. I've only ever done one like trade painting with people? Or had someone else send me a painting and then I sent one back? I only ever did that once. I've asked people before, hey, you want to like do a collaboration? I paint some, you paint some. Everyone says no. Nope. I get it though. It's all right. Gotta have thick skin to be an artist, man. Because you gotta have money to get anywhere in art. You gotta like already have money or have a great story behind who you are. And I got that for sure. So I just gotta market myself a little bit better. Put myself out there. Don't be afraid to fail. Keep on trying, you know? Heck yeah. Yep. All good. Appreciate you being here, man. Now we're going to add the blues to get our nice blue color mixed up right here, right there on the edge. Don't need much. Almost like a greenish blue. So just a tiny bit of yellow. There we go. Nice little fuzzy on my brush to mess things up. I gotta stare at my brush before I even start painting to make sure there's nothing on it besides the bristles of the brush. Oh yeah, that's pretty close to the blue. Maybe a little bit lighter. Try not to touch that part. Makes it tricky. Gotta go like this and bend weird ways. I really like this royalty-free synth. Pretty cool. It's like an hour long. I might just restart it after it's done. I listened to like 3 or 4 different ones before I put this one on, and the other ones were cool, but they were kind of like dark and weird. I'm not trying to creep people out too bad. A little positive, inspirational, upbeat type music, you know, along with something kind of cool. that I can vibe to while I'm painting. Right, got a little blue here. Little bit right there will do. Just a little dab will do you know. Tiny little dab. Might take a hair strip here in a little bit and start sweating. Stinky oil paint. Oh, Mr. Stinky oil paint. Yeah, this one's going to be hard. It's a tiny little polywag, like this big. And then there's a even smaller ditto right there. That's going to be tricky. But I'm going to do it. Oh, I'll do it. I got to trim the brush down to one little bristle. I will do it. I just got to lock in, you know. I want this darker blue. Maybe not. If you like watching paint dry, you're at the right stream here. Yeah, it looks good. This is oil paint though, so it takes when I add the walnut oil, it makes it dry a lot quicker, but without the walnut oil, it takes like a month to dry. I used to just glob the paint on too, real thick. I wasted so much paint, but it was fun. Now we move on to his body. Look at his little body. He's pretty cool. He is pretty cool. I'm a fan of the Zubat. Getting a little warm in here. Open the door, get a little fresh. Get a little bit of fresh. belly's a little bit darker blue, maybe. Oh yeah. It's coming along nicely. Coming along nicely. Beady little eyes. Soulless eyes of a shark or doll, creepy doll. Be a little more blue here. Tiny touch of white. Skinny little legs. Yeah, man, I painted most of the time when I was in Nevada, yeah. I think if you check my YouTube channel, my first upload was like 8 years ago, 7 years ago, something like that. And hell yeah, we're hanging out right now, buddy. Definitely. We can't live close to each other. This is what we got to do, you know? Got to always stay friends, you know? Ooh. One second. I got to put this in the big camera and start recording with this one. Format media. Perfect. Oh. Now I got 226 minutes on that SD card. And then I will clear it tonight so that I can record more and not have to wait till the last second. Because it already missed most of the Zubat, but that's alright. No one will even notice. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for subbing now. I always forget who I told back in Nevada who I was painting and had a YouTube channel. I was doing the live theater a lot back in Nevada. That was fun. Maybe I'll get back into that someday here or somewhere else. But I do like making my own short films and stuff too. Let's just finish up his little eyeball here. Fix these beating little eyes real quick. Oh, too much paint. There we go. Maybe fix his beady little mouth. Ooh, might have made it a little too thick. Let me fix that. Take some white, cover that up. There's a nice string on there. And then we take a little bit more blue and just kind of go over that white. And there you go. Fixed. Beady little mouth. Next, we're going for some perp. Purplish, pinkish. Start over here. Let me just, there we go. Pinkish, purplish. What the hell was that? All right. Now it's getting a little nipply in here. Had to close that door. We got 42 degrees outside. Slight nipply. Slightly nipply. Blending the colors on the canvas. We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. Said by the man himself, Mr. Bobby Ross. Good evening. What's going on, Penny? No, you can always get your creativity back. You just got to practice. Practice makes perfect. It's like the painting classes I teach. They come in there and they're like, I can't do that. And then they walk out with an awesome painting. You just got to believe. Everybody can paint. It might not be a Leonardo da Vinci type painting. You know, I struggle to even do stuff like that. I've tried. Came out all right. And with more practice, I think I could do it. I think I could do it better than what I have done. Just got to be patient. You know, most people don't have the patience to sit here for an hour on one little character and then move on to the next one, an hour. Patience is learned. And earned. This song's kind of sad. I'm gonna change it. Much better. Yep, you just got to practice. Practice drawing first, staying in the lines. And then if you want, you can move on to painting. I'd start with acrylics. That's what I started with. And then move on to oils. It's hard to jump into anything and be really good at it, you know. Practice makes perfect. You gotta really want it though, you know. Keep going through all the setbacks and mistakes, brew-ups. Everybody's got something in their life that they really want, you know? Doesn't have to be painting. Could be anything. Whatever your thing is, you know, do that. Try your hardest at it. Get creative with it too. This is all about staying in the lines. Because then when I mess up, especially on the sky's going to be all acrylic. And you're not supposed to paint acrylic over oil. So whenever I mess up, if I paint, like if I go outside the lines and then I paint over it with acrylic, it might start cracking a year or two later. Kind of like this one is. I made the mistake with this painting here. Kind of hard to see. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, I made the mistake before. I painted oil and then I didn't like it, and then I painted over it with acrylic and then painted oil again over that, and it's starting to chip away. Hell yeah, man. We can all teach each other something, you know? Oh no, I got an itch in my ear. Probably gonna get oil paint in my ear. Oh well. Looks good. Colors are matching. Stretch out my shoulder every couple hours at least, maybe every 20-30 minutes. Oh, that was barely a stretch, I know. Too much glue. I don't know how Bob Ross painted so many paintings. I looked up how many paintings did Bob Ross make in his lifetime. It said like 31,000 paintings. That's crazy. This only took him like 30 minutes, so I could paint a bunch in 30 minutes if I went quicker. A little bit bigger brush. Sweet. Hell yeah. Might as well, you know. I've watched him before, and he was like, "Is there any artists to raid? Anyone doing art?" And there's never been anyone. I just wasn't ready to go live back then, you know. Now I'm like, whatever. Better to try and fail than never try at all, you know? I might start this music over, though. Yeah, might as well. Exactly, dude. Exactly. You miss them shots 100% of the time if you do not take them. Got to learn not to get bummed out when it doesn't, you know, go 100% our way. Once you love something enough, it doesn't really matter, you know. You do it for the love of doing it. You just got to find your thing that you love to do. Most people never figure it out. You just got to be happy when you find it. It's like some kung fu music. Get a little exercise in, you know. Standing still for too long is not good. Exactly, dude. I've been made fun of more times than I can remember. Edward Scissorhands looking ass. Guy thinks he's Picasso looking ass. Hell yeah. Gotta embrace it, you know? Otherwise, you wind up cutting your ear off like Van Gogh. Mr. Vincent Van Gogh. He let it all get to him real bad. Eating the yellow paint did not help him either. You know, he just drank alcohol and didn't eat. That ain't it. That ain't it. Do not eat paint. I get dizzy enough just from smelling it right here. Hold it way over here or something. It's Mr. Stinky Paint, you know? Mr. Smelly Paint. Too many paint fumes will get you. Gotta crack the door or the window every now and then. Oop, that's too much. Grab that. A little bit of walnut oil right here to make the paint slide nicely. Yes, very nice. And that's the Zubat. Let's move on to this thing. I forget what this thing's name is. I know most of them. You got Slowpoke, Poliwag, Wooper, Mimikyu, Gengar, Numel, Chandelure, Voltorb, Coughing, Haunter, Ghastly, Jirachi, Celebi. Oh, right, Mr. Celebi needs something done to his head. Here we go. There we go. Now on to this thing. It's blue, pink mouth, white wings. Don't forget to hydrate. Probably got paint on my face, whatever. Oh, how long has that taken? An hour. It took an hour. Sheesh. This one should be a little quicker because there's not all these little lines. Yeah, not only does the walnut oil make it so that the oil paint glides more smoothly, but it makes it dry so much faster too. It's unbelievable. Mr. Smelly. Mr. Smelly walnut oil. I like to start at the top and work my way down. Some people have like this long stick that like slides back and forth so you can lean your hand on it. I should get one of those or make my own or something sometime. Because then I could start wherever. Very nice, very nice. Some beady eyes. That one's a little messed up. It can be fixed. Well, that one's even messed up worse, but it can be fixed. Start here. Yeah, I don't know all the newer Pokemon names. I know most of them, but I don't know this guy's name or this guy's name. Pretty much every other one, though, I know. Ditto is definitely my favorite, as you can tell. Something about the beady little eyes. Big fan. Big. Give him a nice outline for the mouth, you know. Give him some gums, because he's got no teeth. Gummo. Oh. Every now and then my hand shakes. That'll happen. No, it's not a beak. It says mouth. Just this one, his mouth is open. I don't know if any of them have a beak. This one, Psyduck, right here. Kind of hard to see. Psyduck's got a beak. Mr. Psyduck has a beak. He's the only one on the whole canvas that has a beak. Get this out of the way a little bit. He's beaked up. Well, I need more red. Little bit of red. Tiny little slice. Look at that mess. That's a mess, man. I know what's going on there, though. Take some of this here. White. We're going to start with his gums. Give him a little bit of gum action here. It sounded terrible. Mr. Birdie Ditto. You gotta make his gums pink. Oh, this is a slapper. I like this song. I'm gonna turn it up a notch. Just one notch. This is that positive, inspirational one. Makes you feel good inside. Like there's hope. All hunched over and stuff. Oh, yeah. A little bit of positive music, never hurt anybody, you know. Inspirational, positivity. Spread the love. Now we need some blue. Maybe like a little light blue. Oh yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to the Ditto painting party thingy. This one took 1 hour. Just this Zubat took me 1 whole hour. What's everybody saying? Beat the devil out of it. Yeah, we can beat the devil out of it, but look how tiny this brush is. I gotta go like this. And that's not, I guess that works, you know. That'll do. What's everybody saying? Very nice. Ditto artwork. This is fantastic. Thank you very much. Heck yeah. Thanks everybody for sliding through. Right on the perfect song too. Make you feel good. Make you want to get up. Do a little dance. Might take some hash rips now that we got more people here. Bong rips, you know? 420 gang. Smoke them if you got them. Make a happy little bird right here. I always forget this guy's name. And I don't have my phone because that's what I'm using to stream with. Swablu, that's it. Yeah, I know everything else. We got Chandelure, we got Haunter, we got Ghastly, we got Coughing, we got Voltorb, we got Zubat, we got the Jirachi. We of course have the Celebi right in the middle. Top, we got the Butterfree, Magnemite, Mew. There's so many. Slowpoke, Poliwag, Mimikyu, Gengar, Numel. Slide through, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bunch of my paintings to some art studios in Seattle, and I'm gonna wear like a body camera so I can like vlog the whole thing. A lot of them turn me away. They kind of just laugh at me, and then I go to the next one. I've had a couple paintings in art galleries and they never sold. That's okay. Gotta keep on trying. gotta not give up. That's what life's all about. Not giving up when things get tough. With the positive music again. Feels like we're in the 80s. That's when I was born. I'm old. It'll be alright though. I still got my hair. Y'all finish this one and we'll take a bong rip. I don't think I have a bong. I just got a bowl. I do have a bong, but I don't know where the piece is because I was taking dabs out of it. So it's got the nail in it. I don't know where the other stem is. Probably somewhere, but I don't feel like searching for it for 10 minutes, you know. So we'll just take hash rips out of the pipe. What's everybody saying? What's everybody saying? Vibes are immaculate? Hell yeah. Am I from Seattle? I live in the woods. Probably it's like an hour from Seattle. It's called Yelm. Always wanted to make a short film called Nightmare on Yelm Street. Everybody likes to say it's where all the rednecks live. Backwoods people. I guess I'm a backwoods person. It's all right, though. I grew up in the woods in Pennsylvania, next to the Amish. So I'm used to it. And then I lived in Nevada for a while. One of my buddies is in the chat, Nick. Yep. Yeah, do a little dance for me. Get it. Send it to my Instagram. I'll check it out. Daniel Domino is my Instagram. Some people think it's Domino, but it's Domino. It's like Danny DeVito. And you know what's really weird about that is my mom grew up in New Jersey, in Neptune, New Jersey. And her brother was best friends with Danny DeVito growing up. So she's got all these stories about them hanging out and him being crazy. I always thought that was weird because our name sounds very similar. I'm going to have to call him up sometime and say, hey man, you got any roles I can do? You got a role for an Edward Scissorhands looking guy? You remember my mom and her brother? I've always thought about it, never did it. How am I going to get a hold of Danny DeVito, you know? It'll be cool. That is a little weird, right? Like how is that just a coincidence, right? Strange. And if I went by Danny Domino, then everyone would be like, what? Danny DeVito? No. Domino. And you know what's funny about my last name too is I'm not related to other Dominos because my dad, he lived on the streets of New York from like when he was 8 to like 15. And then when his uncle found him and he took him to get his social security card and stuff, my dad wrote the wrong name because he's related to Domina. There's an A at the end. And he wrote the wrong name, Domino. So that's what I got. So I'm related to Domina, but not the Dominos. I don't even know if there are any others. Probably not. I never seen any. Looked them up, never heard of any other Dominos. Closest is Domino's Pizza. Yeah. Am I around New York? No, I'm in Washington State on the other side of the country. But I do ship paintings, and you're more than welcome to hit me up on my Instagram. I'll do a commission. I even make the canvas. I cut the wood. I stretch the canvas over any size, any shape, any Pokemon. I do wedding portraits, dog pictures, everything. I teach painting classes. Let me show you the last one. This was the painting class on Saturday. Everybody did really good. I'd show you their pictures, but their paintings, but I'm using my phone to stream with. And then the one on Wednesday is going to be the good old-fashioned sunflowers in a window with a vase, whatever you want to call it. I definitely don't have a West Coast accent. No, I'm like got the Canadian Pennsylvania accent. How you doing there, bud? You know? I never knew there was a such thing as a Pennsylvania accent. Can I show off the Sunbrian? Yes, of course. 1 second. Here's what I'll do. I'll just unclip this. Maybe no. That got everybody all dizzy last time. 1 second. Kind of hard to see the whole thing. So I'll just kind of go like this. This one took a while. Look at all that. All those little triangles, weird shapes on the Sunbrion. So everything's oil paint. All these crystals, it's all oil. But the sky is acrylic and it's like holographic. So let me turn off the light. 1 sec. So if I turn off the light, it's kind of hard to see on camera. I don't know if you can see it sparkling or not, but it's sparkly just like a regular Pokemon card. This one took about 24 hours. Love this one. Shoot, the cherry blossoms, it just goes hard. What's everybody saying? Yeah, the Sunbrion goes hard, yup. The sparkles, yeah, it looks so much better in person too. How much would I sell that for? That's a tricky question, you know, because it took 24 hours. I try to get at least $28 to $30 an hour. What's the premium on a piece of artwork? I don't know. I give a lot of them away. I paint a lot for friends. I've heard people say I should ask like $2,000 for that. I don't know. I'm terrible at pricing my own artwork. Because I've sold ones that took me like 10 hours for like $250. And if you do the math on that, let's see. Let's go 15 times 10. 18 times 10. That's about $25 an hour. Yeah, $25 an hour. I'm an idiot. Terrible at math. So, how much is an artist supposed to get paid an hour? I don't know. And I make all the canvas. Cut all the wood, staple it, glue it, stretch the canvas. With these canvas pliers, you got to grab it and pull, and then staple. So this big one here took me about 2.5 hours to make, and then it took me another 15 hours to sketch all this. So there's already 19 or 17.5 hours into it before I even start painting on it. Tricky. Thank you very much. That's what I thought. I think 25 seems a bit low too when you see some of these paintings and I'm not hating on anybody's abstract whatever, but some of them just take like a piece of toilet paper and some dirt and they smear it on it, and then it sells for like $100,000, and I'm over here hunched over for like 40 hours, and people are like, I'll give you $200 for that, and I'm like, I'll just hang it on the wall. I just feel like I need to sell one that's for like $1,000 first, because then that'll help me show people that someone actually wanted to pay that much for one of my paintings. But alas, it has eluded me. I won't give up though. Keep on keeping on, like Joe Dirt said. Life's a garden. You gotta dig it. Enjoy the ride. Oh, right. So I forgot to say thank you to Ryan for rating me. Very much appreciated. Can't tell you how much it means to me that everybody's here. After painting alone for 10 years, feels good. Appreciate it, Eric. It's the hardest part, finding someone that'll be. Yep. I see people all the time. They're like, I sold a $6,000 painting, and I'm like, well, how do I find someone like that? Just got to keep on painting, keep going to art studios. I'll keep teaching these painting classes. I'm going to start offering, because I teach the painting classes at a local art studio. And I'm going to try doing my own painting classes in the park. Painting in the park, I'll call it. Everyone can bring their own stuff, or I can bring everything. One of these days it'll happen, and I'll probably cry like a little girl, because I never thought, or still kind of don't think it'll happen, but I'm still hopeful. But as they say, you do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life, but you got to get paid to do what you love, But I'm just glad I found what I love to do. Some people go their whole lives and they never figure out what their passion is, or what's your purpose. And I feel like my purpose is to make people happy when they look at my paintings, especially these little smiling guys, They make me smile when I look at them, so I hope they'd make other people smile, even when I'm bummed out. I think there was a line like that in Joe Dirt. His mom, when life gets you down, look at a clown. And then he got all pissed off. He kicked the clown or something. Great movie. I got a lot of movie quotes stuck in my head. Let me fix this beady little eye. Yeah. Oop, no. He looks a little mad. He looks a little upset. There we go. There we go. As you can see, I like to clean my brush on my shirt. Only the beginning. The best has yet to come. Hell yeah. I agree. Taking a lot of practice. I've learned a lot about painting. I pretty much taught myself everything I know by watching lots of videos. I figured out the Van Gogh swirls by myself, but I've been trying to learn how to do like portraits better, Da Vinci style. And Da Vinci liked to use a technique called fumato, where he just kept blending and blending and blending the colors until it looked kind of blurry, where it just kind of tricked your eyeballs to make it look so realistic. It's so hard to do. I worked on one painting for like a month, and it's for like 50 hours a week, and it still doesn't look, because I just kept blending it, and I still want to mess with it. I could see why he spent his whole life messing with the Mona Lisa. A little bit more white here. You just take a little glob, scrape it on the side. This is what we're using. Good old Winsor and Newton. I've been painting for about 9 to 10 years. Wish I would have started earlier, but in those 9 years, I've painted about 2,200 paintings, but a lot of them I'd say about like 500 of them are just little tiny ones like this. And I like to take the smaller ones sometimes and make them into bigger ones. Got some random pyramids. We got whatever this is. Some water running down something. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are real quick. Little road to nowhere. Little weird volcano lava thingy. This one's pretty cool. I want to make this into a bigger one. I called it Candyland because it's got these giant candy looking things. This one's like a meteor coming down from next to a lighthouse. This one was another quick one. Here's some random flowers. This was one of my first ones I ever did in acrylic. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue. I just started painting. Here's another one of my first ones I did in acrylic. I had no clue. You just gotta start. Gotta start somewhere. Let's give this guy a little bit of yellow here. Maybe it's a little darker yellow up here. Maybe not that dark. You guys see any gray hairs in my head? I notice a couple. Hopefully the camera don't pick them up. I need to get a 4K camera that I can live stream with. This one's only 1080p. Oh, yep. What's going on, Stone? Chicky babies. This is my buddy I made a wedding photo painting for. It's a beautiful one. Old, getting old. Yep, it'll happen to you too one day, son. The smiles make me happy. Hell yeah. Looks like glitter on the camera. I couldn't tell. Yep. How you doing, Stone? This guy's got a great name. Parents named him Stone. I love that song, Audio Slave, Like a Stone. Maybe we'll make his feet a little bit brighter yellow. Just a tiny little bit. A little bit of oil paint goes a long way, Mr. Stinky. Yes. I like this song. This is where it gets tricky with the yellows and the blues because I don't want any green. So if I touch the blue with the yellow, I get green, and I do not want green on his feet. We don't want him to have green feet. We want him to have little chicken feet. Chicky baby feet. Now, I should use a different brush for the wings. Later, Ninja Kitty. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Sleep tight. Don't let the bread bugs bite. Not for a while, big guy. Big guy. Hey, big guy. The biggest of guys over here. Oh, don't forget the stretch. Peace. Stop by again sometime. This is going to take a while. And then after that, I'm going to paint a Shining Gyarados for Pokey Rev. And it's going to have some cool stuff on it. I'm thinking about throwing the poncho wearing Pikachu Gyarados on there somewhere. And like 3 or 4 other Gyaradoses. I guess that would be the word. Gyaradoses. Gyaradoses sounds better. Appreciate it. You're welcome anytime, Ninja Kitty. Love your name. Anyone is welcome to send me a message on Instagram, whether it be just to say hi. I will respond. This is that bummed out song again. I'm gonna fast forward there. Let's try that one. Got a little blue in there. That'll happen. Just got to cover it up with more white. Or wait for it to dry and then go over it a little bit. This brush isn't as fine, so I got to be careful. Very careful right here. There we go. I don't like this song either. Skipping it. I need a DJ. I just typed in royalty-free music, and this was one of the first ones that sounded all right. I know it looks like I'm not painting anything here, but I assure you, I am painting white. You gotta take my word for it. Might be hard to see, but it's making this white part whiter. And then when I'm done painting with this brush, I'm gonna beat the devil out of it. Tiny little brush gets the devil beaten out of it. There we go. Gave him some cloudy wings. You gotta take your brush and your soup can and beat the devil out of it very carefully as to not fling paint on the camera or the computer. It's very hard to beat the devil out of a little brush, but it can be done. Don't forget to hydrate, people. Anybody want to take a bong rip or something? Take a little smoke break. Sleep. Oh yeah. Go have fun at work, man. Don't hurt yourself. Gyarados. Yep, exactly. We're gonna take a hash rip here, which means I got to take off this glove because I don't want to smoke painty hash or hashy paint. Painty hash. Don't mind me if I start sweating. What you're going to want to do is grab yourself a nice piece of hash. That ought to do it. Load it into your pipe or your bong. Just a dab, just a tiny little taste. 420 gang. Spark it up. I'll give everybody a minute. And chug some more water here. All right. Cheers, everybody. Smooth. Gotta stay hydrated. Hey, Vito! Smoke it up, Vito. That's my brother. My one and only sibling. He's got a great name, Vito. Vito, it rolls off the tongue. Take a rip for your boy. All right. Let me get gloved up again here. Just a little bit of hash goes a long way. Could just sit there smoking hash all night, but you won't get much done. What happened to the music? Aha. All right, where was I? Right here? Great to stay hydrated. Here's what I'll do. Since it's over here, I have a sliding dungeon door that I can just slide closer. Ha 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 ha. Hell yeah. That came in handy because then I don't have to move the camera. Look at that. Shoo! She slides. That's awesome. This song's getting creepy. I like it. Can I still focus after smoking hash? Yes, I can. Very much so. I am experienced in the hash, in the ways of the hash. I feel like I gotta blow my nose though. That'll do. I am getting a bit of the munchies too. That's the side effects of hash. It's not making me sink into the couch like that one commercial from back in the day. Maybe if I kept smoking it, it would. Just the right amount of hash is what you need. Hop it? I'm pretty sure. You're a hash wizard, Harry. Yes, indeed. Your buddy Ben, huh? He's got the Edward Scissorhands look too, eh? Interesting. I've never seen anyone else that looked like me other than Edward Scissorhands. My brother looks like me, so people say, but I'm always like, I kind of see it. Oh, I appreciate it. Maybe they put me in a movie someday. Tell your friends if anybody knows anyone in the movie business. You know someone who looks like Edward Scissorhands. Let's get that Edward Scissorhands 2 made already. he's immortal, right? Like he was just up there created by what was that guy's name? Something Vincent. Yeah, he was just made. He's not human, so he just is up there cutting ice and cutting bushes and stuff. Probably looks the same too. Slap that black outfit on me and some scissor hands, and I'm your dude. I'm just here for Penny. Penny's up at the big house with Dawn right now because I'm painting. I had her last night. You're gonna have to tune in again sometime, Lexi. That's how I get you to come back. Next time, Penny will be here. I have a painting of Penny you can see. 1 sec. This was my first attempt at a dog portrait. And my friend in the style of Van Gogh. Look at that face. Look at her face. Unbelievable. You're too kind, Leaf Bud. I appreciate it. Yes, I know who you are. You're Stone's wife. I don't know any other Lexis, and that's who I figure it is. Especially one that knows who Penny is. She's the other half of the wedding photo I painted. I'd send it to you, but like I said, it's on my phone that I'm using to stream with. And I'd have to figure out how to log into Messenger with this one, and I don't always remember my password. So some other time I'll show you guys. Because I don't have the painting anymore. It's with them in Mississippi. In the sip, as they like to say. That's why I named it Big Love in the Sip. Hip hop. Hip hop anonymous. Hippopotamus. Yeah, you got to change that. YouTube changed up the names there for a while. It was like my email I signed up with, Masked Hatter. And I was finally able to change it to my actual name. Just got to go in the settings, profile settings or something. What can I munch on here that's not going to be too distracting? One of these Mambo thingies. I didn't get no paint on it. No, we're good. Hop it. Oh, I don't like that one. Like this. Oh yeah, getting creepy, getting weird. I like it. I think I just gleeked on the painting. Gleeked. Remember that word? Like Vincent Price. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, that guy was awesome. He was the one that was at the beginning of the Michael Jackson song, Thriller. He's got that laugh. He said, "You're a wizard with the hash." Sometimes I feel like a wizard with the paint because it just goes where I want it to go. I'm not the wizard with the hash. My friend in California is the hash wizard. I can grow some weed, but my buddy in California, that's like what he was meant to do, was grow weed. He's very good at it. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. I have a gleeking skill. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I used to be able to do it real good on command, but I just kind of forgot. And then when I did that just now, I was like, oh yeah, I used to be able to do that no problem. And I still can. I just don't feel like gleeking. Used to just show people randomly. Check this out. Gleek. Oh, I messed up his mouth a little bit. That's okay. Like Bob Ross said, there are no mistakes. Happy accidents. Things can be fixed. This looks like a third leg down here, but I assure you it is his fourth leg. It's just in the right spot. I actually have the card that it's from. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's not even on it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Look at that face. Yeah. Sometimes the mouth is like when I first started painting dittos, I struggled with the mouth. I'd sit there for 20, 30 minutes just on the mouth trying to get it right. Now I can get it right. I just sometimes make it too wide or too thin. Little bit of green, just a little bit of green. Here's how I mix my colors. I take a little bit of this and a little bit of that until I get what I like. Until I see a color I like that looks pretty matched. And some of them I can look at this little one I did, but not all of them, because there's only a couple. I went pretty nuts with this one. There's a total of 75 dittos on here. And I count the little ones riding like next to the other ones. Like there's one with the Magnemite. There's one over here. You can't really see it. Where can you see? Right here. There's a Bulbasaur throwing a little one. So I count that as 2. How's that green looking? Little bit more yellow. Now it just looks kind of brown. I think I got some red in there, that's why. That'll happen when you mix too many colors together. You get brown. I like this green. Yeah, that works. Little bit of leaf green, leaf bud. I like your name, Leaf Bud. We used to say bud all the time back in the day, bud. You just put bud after every sentence. Hey there, bud. That was a big one. Everyone said that. I put a lot of green on there, didn't I? Just scrape it along. Nice. Yeah, I was big into StarCraft back in the day. Yeah, Nick, I make the mouth. Some of them, they have their mouth open just so that it's not all the same. And it's like that on the card with a lot of them, you know. Like this Pikachu, he's on an actual card. He's got his mouth open. And this Ditto Lapras just got the line for the mouth. Look at that. I'm putting green all over my white I put over there. Now I got to find a new spot to put the white. I'm going to have to get another one of these things because it's hard to clean oil. And I just keep stacking colors on top of colors. You got some bluish, greenish over here. You got purplish, reddish, bluish. You got some light yellow, purpley, violet, lavender, orange, red. It gets nuts. It's out of control. Controlled chaos is what I like to call it. I know what's going on here. You just got to load your brush up with some color, as Bob Ross used to say. Load your brush. Put your load on your brush, is what he used to say, I think. Maybe it fades, it's like brighter green, and then it gets a little lighter down here. I think that's dry. It is dried pretty quick. That walnut oil. I should be sponsored by walnut oil. Unload your tactical brush, yeah. Zerg Rush for the quick win. Yeah, you know all about it. I got StarCraft 2, and I played it, but I just have a hard time getting into it like I did back in the day. kind of like the Zelda game. I got that Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I played a lot of it, but I never beat it. They were easier to get into when I was younger. Now, what would be fun is playing like some GoldenEye or something with people, with actual friends in the room, you know? That'd be fun. What is the painting in the thumbnail? The painting in the thumbnail is the one I just gave to Ryan, Cool Trainer Ryan. It's like a bigger version of this. And I'm painting a bigger version of that one. So if I slide this here sliding dungeon door, you can kind of see the whole thing. You can't see down here, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like 30 dittos you can't see. So I'm just painting the same thing, just with more and more dittos each time. And I have a 7-foot canvas up there in the garage. Maybe I'll paint like every freaking Pokemon on it, 1,000 dittos. It'll take me 10 years to finish. All right, I was slid over here. But yeah, painting some Pokemon stuff. Let me show you another Pokemon painting. Take a break every now and then and show off some Poke paintings. Which one? Maybe this one. This one is some Lugias. Some good old Lugias. Hot Lugia. This one's jumping out of the water. And this one's flying down. And they're saying, hello, friend. Or they're fighting. Whatever. Whatever works. And that has been one of my 1,000 painting breaks that we can take every 10 minutes, and I still won't be able to show you all of my paintings. Some of them are just stacked up in boxes. None of them, well, a couple of them are outside actually. 3 or 4 of them. It'll be all right though. Do I sell them? Yes. Getting good at the water. Yeah. What's the deal with that one that you held up? Don't sell them. I do. I just, that it took me like probably like 10 hours, 12, 13, 14 hours to do that one. And the best offer I've gotten was like $200. So that would be, let's see. It'd be like $13 an hour, $14 an hour, and I'm like, I'd rather just keep it, or go get a job at McDonald's, because here in Washington State, minimum wage is like $17.80 or something. And it just kind of bums me out because I see other artists that just kind of take a smudge of toilet paper and wipe it on the thing, and they get like 90 grand. And I'm like, that took me like 13 hours, dude. And they're like, best I can do is $20. And I try to, I'm terrible at advertising. I don't know how to get it out there more. I don't have much money. I don't have family that has money. It's just me. My closest family member is in California, and I'm in Washington State. And I got one brother and a mom and a dad. Dad's in Pennsylvania still. And that's it. They're all doing their own thing. It'd be cool if my brother worked at an art gallery like Van Gogh's brother. But even then, Van Gogh's brother couldn't display his artwork at his art gallery because he just worked there. And the people that own the place chose what to put there. And they didn't want Vincent's artwork there. So I struggle to get my paintings noticed. I join like groups on Facebook and post them. But then when I post it for sale, they're like, moderators are like, you have to set a price. And if I set it for like $2,000, everybody just laughs at me. I tried to say, price based on size, maybe like at $28 to $30 an hour. And I also cut the wood and stretch the canvas, and I do it all. I might as well go cut a tree down and get the wood myself. It's wild. The art world is a hard one to break into and get paid good earnings. Like, it's your job. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to go to some art studios in Seattle pretty soon. I'm going to print out business cards with lots of my paintings on them. Go around to places. Better to try and fail, than to never try at all. Was my whole reason I left the East Coast. I had like $1,000 and everything I could fit in my car. And that was almost 13 years ago, because I left on my birthday, which is in June. So I'd always remember when I left. So it's been about 12 and a half years. Getting good at the water. Big fan of painting the water. That's what the one lady said at the painting class on Saturday. I helped her a little bit, and she was like, "You painted that water so quick." Like, yeah, I just had a lot of practice. Now we're getting somewhere, starting to come together. Slow and steady wins the race. I do like painting fast too, though, with a bigger brush. That's for a different kind of painting. Gonna be kind of like hot pink. This little guy. Always forgetting this one's name too. There we go. That's looking hot pinky-ish. A little bit of red, a little bit of white, and you will get your color. Add a little bit of more white if you want it to be brighter. A bit of more white. I be screwing up words sometimes. The hash gets right on top of me. I start sweating. But it'll be all right. Sometimes I'll just take little blobs of color and then start blending some white into it. Straight on the canvas. Water is hard, yo. Sweating and gleeking, yep. Hop hip. That's what I thought. That's what I figured everyone was saying hop hip for. Unbelievable how hard of a time I've had finding the new set at the stores, because there's only one Walmart in this town and I haven't found any. What I do find are the same two guys like leaving with everything like right when I get there. I'm just trying to open some of it up at the retail price, you know, starving artist price. Sometimes it pays off because then when you finally get it, you might get lucky. I did get some of the Pokemon Center ETBs, but those don't ever get opened, you know. Hold on to them for as long as you can. Yeah, I didn't get any prismatic at MSRP, but I managed to score, like I couldn't find any at the stores, but I did get some at MSRP on the Pokemon Center website, and they sent me, I got two of the surprise boxes, and I figured I'd just open both of them, right, because I saw the pull rates were so terrible for it. And I'm opening them, and then I get on my buddy was opening them with me. I opened two, and he opened two, and I opened mine, didn't get anything. And then he's on the final pack, and I'm like, well, might as well open the next box. And it's my Umbreon, because I ordered it, but unbelievable. He pulled it. Let me show you. 4 packs on the 4th pack. That's all I've opened of prismatic. That's it. I'm done with it. Unbelievable stuff. Market is huge. Yep. Unbelievable. So I'm hoping, because I opened a bunch of Phantasmal. Not a bunch, probably like 40 packs. Had a little extra money from the painting classes. No Charizard, so maybe Ascended will, if I can manage to get something. I'll get something eventually. Maybe I'll get lucky, pull the Dragonite or the Gengar, one of those Pikachus. I'm a big fan of any one of those. Or maybe not, and then I just got to be grateful I got to open some, you know? There was a song called that. You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes. I'm going to get copyrighted just for singing. You get what you need. Look at this. I'm painting his third leg pink. That's terrible. Yeah, I do. It's Ditto. Ditto's my favorite. When I was a kid, it was Cubone, because I was kind of lonely, and he was the lonely Pokemon. But I got out of Pokemon for a while and then got back into it maybe like 2017. Because my mom, she moved houses and she was cleaning out and she found my old binder. It didn't have it had like a hollow Mewtwo in it or two. Had a couple decent stuff in it. No Charizard, no base set Charizard. The best thing it had in it was this good old first edition Dark Blasting. Pretty decent condition too. I didn't get it graded. I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff graded someday. It had some decent stuff in it, and then one day I was like, I'm gonna see if there's any packs at the store. I think I got some of them Dollar Tree 3-card packs, and I pulled a reverse hollow. I still have it. I forget what it is. It's in one of my binders here. And I was like, that's pretty cool, man. Look at that artwork. And then I kind of just got into it from there. Straight back into it. Trying to build up a collection, because when I was a kid, someone stole most of my binder. I did have the Charizard and a couple of them, and I traded for most of them because I never opened many packs when I was a kid. We didn't have much money. So how I got that Charizard was we went to New Jersey to visit my mom's family, and our cousin, I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, and our cousin took us to the mall, and he said I could buy one thing, and I bought a pack of base set Pokemon cards, and it was real expensive in New Jersey. It was like $7 or $8 a pack for some reason at the place we got it from. And my cousin was like, there better be that damn Chizard in there. He called it Chizard. And we got to the car and I opened the pack, and yeah, the Charizard was in there. And I had some other cards that I got from like 2 or 3 other packs, and then I just traded a bunch. I just kept trading up. And then I had a nice binder built up. And then someone stole it. And then, 4 or 5 years later, I got a bunch of cards like that Dark Blastoise, and just kind of stuck them in a binder and stuck them in my mom's basement or something. And I'm surprised they turned out as good as they are condition-wise, because when I say basement, it's like a dungeon. Now, it was like a dungeon down there. Giant cobwebs, cement walls, old-ass Pennsylvania house. They did pretty good. I had them sleeved up and stuff. But to answer your question, yeah, Ditto's my favorite now. I've heard that before, yeah, that this skull on his head's supposed to be a Charizard. Or actually his mom's skull. I've heard that one too. Ever heard of the lore? Yeah. I got my base set Charizard from a kid who was learning how to play trombone with me in 5th grade. All he wanted was the beanbag Poliwhirl from Toy Burger. Yeah, I traded a bunch of... I traded like random stuff too that I could like get random. I had like these swimsuit cards with girls on them, and kids were, I'd be like, hey, you want this chick on this card for that there freaking Venusaur? And they were like, yeah. I never had any money, so we had to figure out how to make money for myself. Start selling whatever I could find. Trading anything.
Remember your ABCs.
Uh-oh, I got an ad.
And the Walmart app has over 500 million items. Walmart has dancing shoes?
Uh-oh, I got feedback. Mr. Smiley Face. Let me fix your eyeballs a little bit. Might have to fix his arm a little bit too. See, if I want to do the eyes, then I kind of dip it and twist it so I get a point. And if I want to do the outlines, I kind of push it down so it's flat. Little tip. That's been my teaching class for the video. Push it flat for the lines. Dab it and twist it for the eyes. That one looks good. Hey, looking good with your third leg. Grab some more water here. Oh yes, look at that. Whoops. Trade for our lesson. Made sure no teachers were in the hallway. Yeah, it was like doing a drug deal, yeah. Yeah, I remember they banned Pokemon from my school. You had to be real sneaky with it. I slide this a little further. Perfect. I knew this sliding dungeon wall would come in handy someday. Door, whatever. Door, wall. A little bit of fresh air. Let it in until it gets cold. Whoops. No, I can hear the crickets creaking out there. Cricketing. do an extremely light pink. It's hard to get cold. Yep, this is a Clefable. Clefable. Yeah, I need to get a 4K streaming camera instead of just using the phone. I'll look into it. It'll make the colors really pop. You get to see my gray hairs. It's all right. I don't mind. A salmon pink almost, you could say. Salmon pink with the teal, some of my favorite colors. It's like the 80s colors. Big fan of those colors. They just look so good together. Red, a lot of bit of white. Whoops, looks like there's some orange in there. It's okay. Stretch out my arm. Oh yeah. Just my paint on this over here. Let me wipe that off. It's already got a little bit of paint on it. That'll happen. A bit more white somewhere. Right there. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing the sketch. It's just kind of boring. There's no color. I could always show the whole process, cutting the wood, stapling it together, nailing it together, stretching the canvas and stapling it down. That'd make it. That would be a long video. I do have a video on my channel of me stretching the canvas over the frames that were cut and made. A little shadow there in some spots is pretty easy too. You just take a little bit of the black line and pull it down or over, whichever direction. You got a bit of a shadow there. Maybe it's not the right place to put a shadow. I don't know. But that's where it's at. Perspective doesn't seem to matter in the world of Pokemon, you know. This Snorlax is almost as big as this Ditto. He's back a little further, I guess, but whatever. Maybe he's hungry and he lost a bunch of weight. Maybe he's a little baby Snorlax. Whoop. It's my world. I'll make it how I like. Got a tiny little, can't even see that one. I'll point them out when I get to them in the next other video. They're like baby shinies, you know? Fable, Clefairy, I get them mixed up. There's the other one now. It's nice when it's only one color, the whole Pokemon. I think there's some brown up here somewhere. Yeah, we'll put a little brown in the ears right there. Maybe I'll make the swirl brown in her head. I don't know the gender of this here Pokemon. It's pink, so I assume she. Don't want to assume anything. 2026, you know? Just a tiny dab of red. I don't want to use too much because then I got to cover it up with a lot of white. White. fuzzy string. Or one of the bristles came off. That happens with these cheaper brushes. I sit here and go like this 10 million times or something, and they just start to fall off. How many times do you think I've done this tonight? Just went like this. My wrist hurts. I like to make the joke, maybe my wrist will just fall off one of these days, the whole hand. It'll be worth it though. I'm shooting for like 30,000 paintings. 40,000. A little too much red. If I can do that, then my hand falling off will be worth it. I just got to paint like 10 paintings every day for the next 10 years. That's doable. Maybe something like that. Right, I was going to put a little brown spot there. Just paint over that paint. Brown. I do have some actual brown. Scarf painted up. Wow. Oh, this one's. Oh, that's good. This one there. Tiny little bit. That'll do. Wow. It's looking good. A little darker. I gotta do the thing Ryan does and have two cameras, maybe get one up closer, like a hand cam, with really good resolution. Maybe fix the eyes a little bit. bigger. Here we go. Right there. Just a tiny little dab. Oh yeah. Maybe a little right here. Hey, looking good there. What's going on, Amanda? Thank you for watching. Later, Nick. Sleep tight, man. I'm about done anyways. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad you joined. Anybody want to take a hash rip? We got 30 people left. I'm about to call it anyway. It's been 3 hours. I think it's time for a hash rip. Let me look at my sweaty hands. Ugh. They get all like you were in the bathtub sweating for 3 hours in a glove. What you're going to want to do is get yourself some weed or some hash or dab. Let me slide this over here. You can see what we got done here. Let's see if I can do this without messing it up. Yep. See it up there? Well done, Mr. Smileys. They came out nicely. We did 1, 2, 3, 4 in 3 hours. So it's going to take another 1,000 hours or something. That's how it goes. You want it to be good. Or I could just smear stuff on the canvas and call it art and say, give me $90,000, please, thank you. Unbelievable. Cheers. Smooth. Slow and steady gets the heart happy, exactly. Exactly. If anyone that's left is interested in a commission painting, hit me up on the Instagram. Do the like and subscribe thing. I always hated saying that, but it seems to work. I like to just kind of stand here and look at it for a minute. So then I can figure out how the sky's going to be eventually. All right. That'll do it. Thank you to the 27 people still here to the end. Very much obliged, appreciated. Means more than you could ever imagine. And I hope everyone has a wonderful night. I'll go live again probably Wednesday or Thursday. Probably Thursday because I got a painting class on Wednesday and it usually goes to like 8. So, thank you everybody. Sleep tight. Later, bro. Peace.